my loves? Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Baby, when I say God gave me this message and I skirt quickly came to the camera, baby, somebody under the sound of my voice. There is someone that tried to block you, or not, they did. Okay, God said, well, if they did, they blocked you. This is something, they blocked you. They blocked you. They blocked you from receiving something that you were supposed to receive. And God decided to bless you with something seen as better. Now, in your eyes, it may not be better. But you know what I'm saying? In this person's eyes, it's better. They never thought that you would go that route. They just assumed that they had blocked you. And what I'm seeing is somebody being like, there. Okay, I don't have to worry about them doing that because I blocked them. And you decided to go around that and do something else. They hot. One, as I said, they hot. Angry, pissed, filled with fumes, like Hades with the flames coming out. They are absolutely ticked off that you had the audacity, the kahunas, the nerve to go around what they tried to do and go ahead and do something else. And end up with something better than what you was supposed to receive. Baby, I'm being reminded of this message that God gave me where he said he is restoring you and he is either going to give you equal to or better. Now, if somebody is supposed to help you and they decide not to help you, he still is going to restore you one way or another. If somebody try to block you, they successfully block you, he is still going to restore you one way or another. God said for somebody that this is somebody they did not expect this at all. And then on top of that, they thought that they had blocked you. They really thought they blocked you. And you wiggled your way around that and still ended up with a blessing. God said this is somebody that is furious because you're supposed to be in trouble. You are supposed to be in trouble. God said you are not in trouble. You are not under the wrath. You are not under judgment. God is not mad at you. Just because this person is mad at you, don't mean God is mad at you. Baby, whatever promise you were supposed, it's like God said there's a promise. You obligated. Whatever promise that you were obligated to, you fulfilled that. You fulfilled it. You fulfilled it. You fulfilled it. You fulfilled it. God said you fulfill your obligation over and over and over again. And he is not trying to hear what nobody got to say. When it comes to you and the obligations that you do successfully fulfill over and over again. And because of this very reason, it's not a situation where you are receiving what this person expects. God said he not finna see judgment on somebody that ain't doing nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I know people love to just attack. But we got to cast that to the pits of hell where it came from. We got to send that right back to where it came from. Because a lot of times, if you ain't doing nothing to nobody. Right now, I'm sitting in this car minding my business. Minding my business. I'm not bothering nobody. You know what I'm saying? But yet it's still, sometimes I look up and I look around and I see somebody looking at me, mugging my car, giving me a, like, and it's just like, I know at this point, you know what I'm saying, I can't even just, because I didn't talk about it, I didn't call people out so many times. But in reality, I don't expect that they watch my channel, but you never know. I don't know. You never know. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just know me personally. If it's a situation like that, I'm not finna sit up and continue mugging the person or carry on doing what made, you know what I'm saying, baby? Because it don't even be... I'm just being real. If somebody tried to go out and say a certain, like, you know what I'm saying, spread a certain rumor about me, I'm gonna make, like, what? If it's true, it's true. If it ain't true, it ain't true. And you know what I'm saying? If it ain't true, I ain't finna carry y'all acting suspicious. I'm not finna carry y'all living my life in such a way where it look like it's true. I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, move like the truth. You know, like, I don't even know how to say that, but that's the message. That's that part of the message. Anyways, let me get the scripture. The scripture comes from 1 Esdras 4:20. A man leaves his own father that brought him up and his own country and joins with his wife. God says somebody wants someone to be punished because you got married and moved away. 555. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. That is what you are supposed. You are not obligated or required to live with your parents forever. After you turn 18 years old in the U.S., after you turn 18 years old, if you find somebody that you didn't fall in love with and y'all decide that y'all gonna get married and move to the other side of the country, that is what y'all can do. Why? Because y'all are adults, okay? Y'all are able-minded. Y'all are able, you know what I'm saying, like physically able, and you to make your own decision and move like that. And like, I feel like, I'm not gonna say that you may not need help, because everybody need help every now and again. But it shouldn't be a situation where, like, why would your parent prefer for you to stay relying on them for the rest of your life instead of being happy for you that you have moved out, you have your own, and you doing your thing? And to be honest, I know me personally. That ain't gonna do nothing but make somebody want to get away even more. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's a mixture. It depends on the person. Like, if you not being treated, if you feel like you being treated messed up, you don't like the way your family treats you, you don't like the way your friends treat you, you can't find nobody to, you know what I'm saying, to get married to, be in a relationship with. It seemed like, you know what I'm saying, it's a nightmare here, it's a nightmare there, it's a nightmare everywhere. It might be the kind of vibe where you like, you know what, I'm finna pack up my stuff and leave. And what can anybody, you know what I'm saying, can't nobody get mad at you for leaving. And I just feel like that's just what it is. Can't nobody get mad at you. And every time that I have left, couldn't nobody get mad at me for leaving? How you gonna get mad at me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like in reality, and God is like, say it. And I feel like seriously, you cannot get mad at someone for the first time I moved away. It wasn't even, no, the first time was permanent. I was engaged and I moved away to what was I, Dallas. I was also going to school though. So it wasn't just like, even though, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to say it wasn't for love and I wasn't in love, but at the same time, I was going to school, I was working, I had a car, I had an apartment, I was literally, like, I was stable, you know what I'm saying? And then out of nowhere, all kind of crazy stuff, baby, out of nowhere. But you know what I'm saying, I wish I knew then what I know now. But I will say, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't a situation where anybody could say, I can't believe she was doing, and da. Like, come on now, I moved away. I fell in love. I wanted to go to school. I moved away. I've been wanting to go. I wanted to move to California for college, low key. I wanted to go to college in California. That was my dream. That's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to move all the way across the country and be far away from everybody and start over. And I've been and that's like, now the second time I moved away because I was married. Like, that was I was married. And he had got put out the country, so I had to go to where he was at. But I wasn't even intending to just stay there continuously because it wasn't a way for me. Like, I simply couldn't. I would be going back and forth. So, you know what I'm saying? That don't even really count, because it's like I would have had I would have had a dual citizenship or a dual residency, if that makes sense. But anyways, the third time, I for real, for sure have a reason. Because my first husband sent people after me. I ain't had no choice. Every time I go somewhere, somebody try to fight me, somebody try to do this, somebody try to do that. Okay, that's going on. I was feeling like everybody was acting like I was bothering them, and it was, you know what I'm saying, I felt like that's how I felt. I felt like, you know what I'm saying, it was a lot going on at that time. And that was also when I was called. Okay. And it was a lot going on at that time. Once again, that was a moment where I was like, I got to bust up out of here. But that, I will say, that was the one time. It wasn't like deliberately because I was in love, or I wasn't following no man. I was following God at that time. Baby. And you know what I'm saying? He brought me to where he wanted me to go. I learned what he wanted me to learn. I still am not completely understanding why that experience was necessary, why I don't know. I don't know if it was to help me to further do better as far as my eating. Like, you know, maybe the gardening. One day I will have my own house, Lord, prayerfully. Whatever demon keep on harassing me and don't want me to have my own, I pray that it is cast to the pits of hell and that it leave me alone, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. As soon as I had my house, as soon as I finally had my house, like, Lord, I'm tired. But anyways, it looked like I can't stunt. Feel like God is moving in a way that I have never experienced this. It has me like, but you know what I'm saying, we're gonna see. But anyways, that's the message, y'all. That is the message, and that is the message, Simone. Okay. Whew. That was longer than I expected. But yes, baby. I just feel like when it comes down to it, just give everything to God. Don't allow yourself to be in a situation where you are sitting around wishing on somebody's downfall. Because you never want to be in a position to where somebody is sitting around wishing on your downfall. And you know what I'm saying? In reality, I just felt like, in general, why in the world would you want to see somebody else down? Why would you want to see somebody else down and out? Why would you want to see somebody else going through it? That's wicked. And like, God is like, that's wicked. But, you know, to each his own. And I feel like everybody is, you know what I'm saying, stubborn with their arms across their chest, and they gonna do what they want to do until God strike them. And baby, 1333, as I say that, everybody acting like, you know what I'm saying, everybody bad until God is on their tail, and I'm just being real. And I feel like sometimes people be feeling like if they don't do what God is telling them to, that they hurting somebody else. In reality, God is going to catch that person regardless if you do what he told you to or not. But the person that's going to be hurting is you the next time you call on God and he don't answer. It's going to be, you know what I'm saying, when that wrath come up on you. But when that wrath, because I know I'll be obedient to God. God told me to write that book, and I wrote it. The first one and the second one. I don't typically it's not to say that I don't like writing. It is something that I enjoy. It's not my first time writing. I used to write little, how do you say, little stories, little short stories when I was in high school, and me and my friend would share little short stories or whatever. But it wasn't serious. It wasn't like I planned on being a writer. It wasn't like I planned on writing books. But I write when God tell me to. And when it come down to it, I feel like I write when God tell me to. And sometimes it can be months apart. Sometimes it can be weeks apart. Like we see now, it's days apart. God want 1, 2, and 3 days apart. You know what I'm saying? And in reality, it's more so like, instead of me taking a month or a few months to finish the entire book, to finish writing everything and going over everything and sending it, you know what I'm saying? It's like I write part, go over it, send it out. Write part, go over it, send it out. Write part, go over it, send it out. But that's just the way that God is moving. Anyways, sometimes when we are looking for a message from God, I know some people are expecting it to be in this form, like video form. Some people are expecting it to be in the Bible, the Holy Bible. Some people may look for it in the Apocrypha. Some people may look for it in the form of clouds, cards, what else do they use? Bones. What else do they have? The runes. It's all like other people, like oracles or psychics or whatever. But in reality, when you are really looking for God to move, when you are really looking for God to move in your life, to do something for you, to show up, to show out for you, you need to go to Him directly. And never put yourself in a position to where you're sitting around waiting on something bad to happen to somebody, regardless to what you feel like they did. Because you don't want to be in a position to where you think that somebody did something and they didn't do nothing to you. Could you imagine somebody telling you, this person, they stole from you, they stole from you, they stole from you, and you really sitting up here thinking that this person took your stuff, and come to find out it was actually the person that told you they were stealing from you that stole from you? And now you sat up here, you did whatever you did, whatever you gonna choose to do, regardless if you choose to try to beat the person up, you want to try to send curses at them, you want to try to fight them, you want to try to do this, that, and the third, and you mad, and come to find out they ain't even steal nothing from you. The whole time, they ain't even do you nothing. The whole time. God said, don't do that now. Just come to Him, give it to Him, and let it go. And that's the message. And it shouldn't be a situation where you're looking at somebody with binoculars waiting on God to tear that tower down. Because it may very well be a situation where He ain't finna tear that tower down. You don't know what their judgment is going to be. You don't know if it's going to be harsh or not. What it's going to be. You never know. And it's going to be something that is specific to them. What is going to frustrate them, irritate them, anger them, make them mad, make them emotional, make them actually turn around and repent to God is not going to be the same for you. So you sitting up here trying to figure out ways that you can punish them. It ain't going to work. Because you may very well be doing something where you think you punishing them and they end up punishing you. I'm thinking about how that lady at the hotel, instead of just giving me my room that I already paid for, I already stayed over the night. You know what I'm saying? I stayed the night before. She could have gave me my same hotel room. But she insisted that I sit in that hotel lobby with her. Baby, I could see it on her face. It's written all over your face. I could see it in her face. She was so irritated. She was so annoyed. She was so ready for me to leave about the lobby. She didn't like the fact that I was sitting there working all day. She didn't like the fact that I was there and I wasn't going anywhere because I was a customer, and how you gonna put me out when you could really just give me my room? She was the cause, the author of her own punishment. She caused it. 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 She caused it up on herself. Because as she had left me alone in my room, I wouldn't even have been up there. And I was so polite. I went and asked her first. And I was like, I paid already for the next night. Do I stay in the same room or do I have to check in all over again? And she was like, oh, no, you have to check in all over again. And I was like, well, that's strange, but all right. You know what I'm saying? I also made sure so I can sit up here, right? Because I don't have nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? I thought y'all was, you know what I'm saying? Baby, it was hesitant. Like, well, so you mean to tell me your customers can't stay here until their room is ready? Baby, long story short, author of her own problems, the mastermind of her own punishment. She is the reason, like, she is the cause of it. Because she felt like it was a punishment to me to have to sit in the office with her. When in reality, I did not care. I'm sorry to say, I did not care. I didn't care. I didn't care. I was not concerned. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that it was the funnest time. It's not a situation where I just wanted to be sitting up there getting on her nerves. I really wanted to be in my room, but it's not to such an extent where I was just falling out on the floor and I was just so embarrassed and I had to put my shades on and I ain't want nobody to see me and I was trying to hide behind this. Like, no, I was like, it is what it is. I was sitting there I was working. What else can I do? I gotta work. I work every day. Like, I do. I literally do. It's not a game. I work every single day. And that's what I was doing. Working the whole time. And the whole time I could have been working in my room. But because she wanted to be ugly to me, she wanted me to sit up there, and she felt like it was going to make me feel ashamed, or she was going to be holding me back and I wouldn't be able to this, that, and the girl. Baby, you ain't finna slow down. I'm still going to work. I got to work. And, you know, I got to work. And that's just what it is. And, you know what I'm saying? This is my work time. I'm just being real. And, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I ended up, you know what I'm saying, going to my room as planned, 22:11 as I say that. So for somebody, I don't know what someone is trying to hinder you from doing right now. There is somebody that's trying to slow down your progress. They're 22:22. Somebody is trying to slow your progress down. They are trying to, it's like this is someone, they want to see you punished so bad. And because God is not punishing you, they are going out their way to blackmail you. That God said they're framing you. They are lying on you, gossiping about you, spreading all kind of rumors and nonsense, trying to blackmail you and to keep you blocked. God said you are still going to I'm trying to say prosper and progress at the same time. You are still going to prosper. You are still going to progress. And whoever this person is, you know, you don't have to worry about it. In reality, this is somebody, whoever this person is, they are punishing themselves, not you. They really feel like they punishing you, but they really punishing themselves. Because this is somebody, either they don't want to be around you, they don't want you to be around a certain area or a certain place. There may be a person they don't want you to be around. Whatever it is that they keeping you from is actually their freedom from you. This is someone that feel like they gonna be able to do something else. Like they feel like, well, maybe if they call, you know, like for somebody, maybe if they call the cops, well, you can't call the cops on somebody that ain't doing nothing wrong. You're not doing nothing wrong. And you know what I'm saying? This is somebody praying to God that you're going to be punished. What are you being punished for? You're not doing nothing wrong. God said you're not doing anything wrong, so he's not going to punish you. You are not, like, you are where you are supposed to be. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing. And if this person would stop blackmailing you, they wouldn't even have to worry about you being in their presence. And I know that's a message in a message, but that is for somebody. That is for somebody, baby, because that's a true testimony. I was sitting up there and I could see, she was just so irritated, and you know what I'm saying, cause like, you know what I'm saying, about slamming the doors, and you know what I'm saying, talking out loud, and you know, like I was like, I could tell, you know what I'm saying, that she was a little irritated and that she was trying to shoo me out of there. But where am I going? Do you have my room key? No. Well, what can I do? What do you want from me? What do you want from me then now? This is somebody, they sticking their foot out to make you trip, and they mad at where you fell at. It's like they stuck their foot out to make you trip and fall. You fell, and then they tripped over you, and they tumbled over. And then they mad at you. And they yelling at God, like, why won't you take them away? Why does this happen to me? God said they could have let you carry on. If they would have let you carry on walking, they wouldn't even have to worry about you right now. 25. They could have let you carry. You was walking just fine. None of your shoestrings was untied. You know what I'm saying? You was stable. You wasn't limping or nothing. You was doing just fine. And they just had to stick their foot out and stop you. And because they did that, now they in a position that they in. God said if they would leave you alone, they wouldn't even have to worry about you. Anyways, that's the message. This message then went on long too. Thank you guys for watching. Ooh, about to knock myself in the head. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.